Happy Tuesday. What's going on, everybody? Man, it's crazy in the chat right now. It's like 10 people. What's going on? You guys know what this is. It's when the four musketeers usually get together. Tonight, however, there's only two musketeers. So maybe I will throw you guys a loop and tease who it is. But yeah, thanks for joining. Happy Tuesday. Another weekend in the books. If you're a football fan, I mean, the draft was this week. You can't be mad. If you're an Eagles fan, especially, you can't be mad. We got the best wide receiver in the draft, so that's pretty cool. But enough of the football talk. You guys, I know why you guys are all here. We're here to talk comics. So let's bring in the only musketeer that's going to be hanging out with me today. How do I do this? How do I tease it? Well, he is, for the first time, not going to show his face. He is a three-time champion defending his title this week. He is Mr. Blue Pill, Mr. Morpheus himself, but he's looking a little bit like Face. What's going on, man?
What's up, Newbie? Yeah, I'm going to do my Face imitation. Hey, I'm Face. I buy everything.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, whoa. Shots fired.
For those in the chat wondering why I'm kind of behind the camera, it's the allergy season's been kicking my ass this morning, and my face is all stuffy. Can't put my contacts and all that. So yeah, you probably wouldn't want to see what's behind this camera. So unfortunately, you're gonna have to make do with this avatar for tonight.
This is crazy, guys. But 2 minutes in, I already got a thumbs down. That's kind of crazy. It's kind of interesting. Never seen that before. But
it's probably Face.
Yeah,
it's probably Face after that joke.
Yeah. But yeah, let's get started. I mean, you guys already know what this is. New comic book day, comic spec, and comic news. Unfortunately, there was no show on Friday, so we will kind of switch that portion of the show and we'll do something else. We'll talk a little bit about something that maybe Hyper and myself want to talk about. Because we are the two stars of the show, I guess. But yeah, we'll get right into it.
Right.
I gotta ask, man, what do you think? I always ask, but what do you think this week? This week, a good week, busy week. I mean, we're finally into May. May is gonna be. It's got a lot of good books coming out, so I'm a little excited. But do you think it's a heavy week? Do you think it's a light week?
I wouldn't particularly say heavy, because there is one series that's coming back this week. I would say it's like a medium week.
Medium week. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see that. Okay, before we get started, we got a few friends we got to show off here, so let's bring them in. So we got, and honestly, big shout-outs to Big B, because I actually just got contacted by another Big B store saying that there's a lot of people who are ordering from them that they haven't before, and they said, hey, Newbie sent me here, great stuff. So big ups to everybody who goes and supports. I mean, you guys probably could have picked any store. You guys picked this one, so much appreciated. They appreciate it. So yeah,
nice.
Big Comics, guys. I rep the one in Niagara, but they got 3 stores, one in Hamilton, one in Barrie being the biggest one. But yeah, go check out all their Facebooks, all their Instagrams, and they got a lot of books on their eBay page. So make sure you guys go take a look. Next up, I know he's in the chat. It's Mr. Bleecker Street Comics himself. He's got over 3,000 books on his website, $10 a press, $5 a clean. He's local here in Southern Ontario. You know what that means? That means he's the only one doing this thing down here. So make sure you guys go tune into him. Again, he's also got 10% off if you use code word Newbie Comics #1. So that was just implemented, I believe, last week when we spoke. So make sure you guys go check that out. Again, it's only you can only use it with a minimum purchase of $20. But nevertheless, guys, he's giving you guys 10%.
Cool.
Next up, if you're starting YouTube, if you want stickers, whatever the case may be, an intro song, shape, state, creative, go ask for my friend Deke, a.k.a. Mr. Derek. Tell him Newbie sent you. He knows what you mean when you say you were sent by Newbie. And finally, Mutant Beaver Comics. Use code word Newbie10. These guys are great. A lot of exclusive things like that. They ship everywhere, U.S., Canada, Mexico, Venezuela, South Korea, North Korea, wherever the case may be. if you want the comic, they'll get it to you. So make sure you guys go tune in for that. Also, again, guys, Newbie 10 code word. Save yourself a few bucks.
Awesome.
Dun. All right, before we get started, let's go into the chat real quick. Face, you want or Hype? You want to do the?
I changed my avatar and already I'm face.
Oh god, sorry, man, sorry.
No, I mean, can't you tell I have a much more of a cheerful disposition than face usually?
Yeah, it's true. I'm just used to face not having a picture, so it's just it comes up that way. But are you cool doing the roll call, or you want me?
Yeah. I'll make it through. All right. So if I sniffle in between, you'll know why. I'm not doing any cocaine or anything like that. Just letting you guys know. All right. Sam Rock is first in the chat. Our price correspondent. Welcome. Magic Lasso, thank you for dropping in. He was actually yesterday in my interview with No Good Comics, so thanks again for hopping on. Comic Dude, fellow Canadian, what's up? I actually got to talk to him on camera on IG, so wow. I know he eventually he said he might want to do YouTube one day. So I'm putting I unfortunately I blasted you out there, man. So we're gonna have to get that done at some point. P-Kill, what's up, man? Thanks for hopping in. Let's see, Dan Delatorre, one of our supporters of the channel. If you guys haven't checked out last week's Silver Age session, he dropped a lot of content and a lot of knowledge, so definitely check that. I even myself will be checking that on the rewind, because I probably missed some stuff.
I missed some stuff, man. If you go back, I missed some stuff. I've got a notepad here. I filled it in with a few things. So, yeah, definitely some good hints, some good advice and information from Dan. So, yeah.
For sure. Chad Cave, thank you, man, for dropping in. Always active member in the chat. Tim Sinkovitz, another fellow Canadian. Canada reppin'. Comic Collector Geek. Thanks, man, for hopping in.
I don't think I've seen this person here. So, hey, thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, I wasn't I didn't want to say it's the first time because I wasn't sure, but yeah, if it's your first time, man, welcome. Bleecker Street Comics, Super Freak. We were just talking about him, one of the best pressers in Canada. Azores Tiger from the Spine Ticks crew had another awesome show last night, and they interviewed the author from the book Bloom. So definitely check that out. Yeah. Danime Extra. Thank you for hopping in. Swagglehos Comics and Games.
Hi, Mo. What's up, man?
Yep, and I believe he's doing a 5K giveaway on his channel. So yeah, check that out. Phillyborn 21, welcome, sir. Brix the Iron Greek, a fellow Montreal native. Let's see, Freaky Louie. Thanks, man, for dropping in. Another good YouTuber. What Spider Likes from Down Under. We got some international people repping. T-Bone, probably one of my favorite parts of the steak. So thanks for coming in.
Comic Collector Geek is saying he awesome. Is Canadian as well. So
perfect. Many Canucks tonight.
Yep.
Martian Manhunter. Oh, okay, all right. I mean, I thought you'd be hanging with Justice League, but you choose to chill with us, so I appreciate it. Comic Ozzy. I don't know if I've seen Comic Ozzy before, but if it's
I think he was on the show last week. Yeah, I think he was on the show last week. Yep. If not, well, I give him credit for being here last week when he wasn't. So.
Yep. Hawaiian Punch 72, a longtime member of this channel. Thanks for hopping on. Let's see.
Punching me go way back, man. Punching me go way back.
I will.
Chino and Comics auctions and stuff. So.
Yeah, I've seen him quite often in the chat, even before I joined your team. Wolf Warner, Peace Party People, that's right. And then PSA Card 777. I actually spoke with him also on IG last week. Good dude in the community. So, I think he's just starting into the comics. Before he was just doing cards. So, I think that's pretty much everyone in the chat. So, welcome everybody.
Yeah, and if you're staying quiet, you got us on the rewind, the background, whatever the case may be. Welcome. Hopefully, we got a fun show for you. Hopefully, we got some notes you can take down. Again, those of you who are new, we usually talk New Comic Book Day, comic news, and then Newbie Spec of the Week. Usually we throw in there a topic. So, the last couple of weeks it's been, Winter Soldier, Falcon. We talk about the series. However, there hasn't really been a show last Friday. So unfortunately, we don't have a show to talk about. So me and Hyper will come up with a little, conversation piece or something like that to talk about. And then, we'll finish off with Newbie Spec of the Week. And then we've got an announcement for Tuesday's show. I think you guys will like it. Hopefully you guys will like it. But yeah, we got an announcement for Tuesday's show. So tune in for that. So without further ado, Hyper, you ready?
Yes, sir.
All right. Let's give the people what they want. Dun, 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 dun. All right. You know the drill. We start with Image Comics. First up, we got Bliss, seventh book. It's basically coming to an end. If you do the simple math, 7 out of 8. I haven't really been on this series. What I mean by that is I have not been on this series. I haven't picked up one book. I can't remember if you do. I'm assuming Face does because, again, he's Mr. Pick everything up.
Yeah, I mean, other than this Avatar, this is the one part of Face I can't replicate. This book I haven't been picking up, so I can't really say much about it.
Yeah, I mean, it's a cool cover. You guys know me. I like those weird neon dark colors. So, I mean, the purple, it's kind of cool. But, again, if you guys know me, you guys know Hyper, we've kind of been cutting down on our new comic book day purchases to kind of, facilitate getting some of those grails and some of those big books lately. So
exactly, yeah.
You're going to see us say kind of pass on a few. But, again, don't feel say your piece if you think that it's, a good story. It's always good to know what everybody's reading, what everybody's doing as well, right? So
of course, yeah.
Okay, we've got Deep Beyond number 4 out of 12. So we got 25% of the way through. We got a few covers.
Well, 33%, but it's okay.
33. 4 out of 12.
Yeah, man, that's 33.
4 out of 12. Are you serious?
Dude, 4 out of 12 is 33%.
It's not that I don't trust you. Oh, it's 3. Okay, yeah, you're lucky. Okay. Okay. Well, hey, we made it through. All right. So, yeah, so 33% of the way. I can't remember if Face is even on this because I remember us just passing through this one.
I mean, I don't know if it's Face, but I have heard people say good things about it. And apparently this is the end of a story arc. But, yeah, I'm not sure if Face was the one, but I have heard positive things about this book.
Yeah. We got what? We got 1, 2, 3, 4 covers possibly on previews. There's probably more. Again, if you're picking up the series, you probably can tell me way more about this series than I can and all the ratios that come with it. But, yeah, like Hyper said, it's the end of the story arc. It's just not something that I'm grabbing right now.
Yeah, it's I unfortunately in tonight, like when you don't have Face on the show, a lot of these indie teams we're unfortunately going to have to breeze by because I don't have much input aside from a few that I am pulling.
Hey, and that's okay. That's what makes the show fun. We all learn together. The chat gets involved, and it's a hangout. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Die 16. I remember I had Die number 1, 2 because of the covers, and I believe it was supposed to be something, and then I just stopped picking them up.
Yeah, and I mean, I know at least the first few issues was heating up because I don't know if it actually got rumored that it got optioned or something, but the show did get the series did get a lot of buzz behind it, and it actually was on break for a while. So I believe this issue actually is starting like it says, it's starting a new arc, but I think it's coming off of a long break because I don't remember talking about Die for a long time.
See, that's the thing. I don't know if it's confirmed or not. Maybe somebody in the chat has that information, but I don't remember it being confirmed. I just remember in I think it was in September or August. I think it was Bolo and Simple Man's in them. They were talking about it, and then that's the kind of the last time I heard about it because I remember like not chasing it, but kind of looking for issue number 1, and frankly I got them. So I think it was earlier than that, but
It's been over a year that the series came out, and that issue 1 did get multiple printings. That much I know.
Yeah. All right, a story that I think a lot of people have been on. Heard a lot of good news. You guys know that I have the trifecta, so I got the free comic book day, cover A, and thanks to Face, who sent me the gold version of it. But we got Firepower. We finally get to talk some Firepower. I feel like we haven't talked about Firepower in a little bit. But we got issue number 11 finally here. Again, your classic Firepower covers, right? When you think Firepower, I mean, if you were to look at this without that Firepower there, I think you'd probably take a guess. Hey, that's probably Firepower.
Yeah, and this issue is leading to issue 12, which is going to have multiple covers, and it's actually going to be an oversized issue. I think it's wrapping up the current story arc, and judging by issue 12, it seems like something big is supposed to happen in the series. So this, I believe, is, I guess, the issue leading up to it. And yeah, actually, the variant that you clicked, Image is doing this thing where they're calling it like Asian. What's that thing in the corner? Like something about Asia. Can you like highlight that cover, like the bottom right corner? It's Asian Pacific.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, yeah, the Asian.
Oh, it says
Pacific.
Asian Pacific. Asian Pacific American Heritage.
Yeah, so Image is actually doing several theme covers for some of their properties in support of that. So Firepower, sorry.
Wow.
It's like I'm Newbie and Face at the same time. Firepower is one of the
I can't even like remove you from the conversation, because if I do, then I'm all alone. You know?
You're all alone, exactly. You're stuck with me. So this might be something to look out for, because we'll mention other issues in this series that has this Asian Pacific emblem on it.
Yeah, I will say this, and not because you said that thing about the Asians. You know, I've got no problem with Asians or anything like that. I just don't like the covers, like this one or that first one. I just don't like. I don't know why. And I know I said, hey, you know, if I were to take Firepower out, you kind of know that it's Firepower.
Yeah.
I don't think it's the best work. I don't think it's the best covers, but you know.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not sure what. I mean, I guess they're going for a more artsy look to it. It's definitely unique.
Yeah, it's a little different, but I get what they're doing with that like Asian one in that cover B. So you know, you can tell, but yeah, just not something that would kind of make me think twice.
Mm-hmm.
Sticking with, Asians, we've got Good Asian number 1, so that's a good,
That segue was not planned.
Yeah. We got Good Asian number 1 here, so I believe we got 4 covers. Again, got that number 1,
I'm not going to attempt to pronounce that first name, because I don't know, I might end up saying it inappropriately.
Hornsack?
Yeah, I don't know if that's I feel like there's another pronunciation for it.
Yeah, I think so too, but I'm not going to attempt. That's the only attempt you guys are going to get from me.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Worth picking up, you think, or what?
It is a number 1. I'm not sure, because I don't know about Mr. Pornsack's other previous works in Image, so I don't know.
I don't even want to Google. Like, I don't even want to put that name in my Google. You don't know what's gonna come up. So yeah, no.
Yeah. So I mean, had Mr. Pornsack had a better body of work, I probably would, I guess be more into it. But unfortunately, he's a fairly new writer, so maybe this is one of those things I'm gonna have to wait for reviews to come out to see if it's worth picking up.
Yeah. And Mr. Pornsack, if you are watching or on the rewind, and you want to contact us, and we said the name wrong, I truly do apologize. So
yeah, maybe the P or something is silent. I don't know. I'm sorry.
It happens sometimes, right? Yeah, but we got what? Oh, we only got 2 covers. Sorry, so I lied. I thought there was 4, so I lied. So I apologize for that. I will say I do prefer the cover B on this early on. I kind of don't like that red stripe on the cover A there. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this one. I mean, this one has like that film noir look to it, like this detective.
Yeah, it doesn't say. Does it say when it's taking place? Oh yeah, it does. So 1936.
Okay. So yeah, it's a period piece kind of comic. Yeah.
So I guess you can kind of what I'm picturing it to be. And again, obviously I haven't read it. If somebody has magically or whatever, I think it's gonna kind of be like the Shadow, just Asian, I guess.
Yeah, and this looks like I'm guessing this is somewhat of a mystery kind of series. I'm guessing, yeah.
I think I'm renaming my IG account.
Yeah, but if you do that, the real dude's actually gonna come out and challenge you on it.
The R is silent, so there you go.
Is that? No, I don't know if he's trolling.
I think he could be playing. I don't know.
PQ, are you trolling us, or is this actually?
Okay, I'm only bringing this one up because it is a #1. But we got Hey Kids Comics Volume #2, Profits and Loss #1. What a name!
I mean, obviously it's a new story arc because it's a #1, so I don't know why they had to mention that to us in the solicit.
You know what it looks like though when you look at it from like face first. It almost looks like Team America, like the South Park guys.
Yeah.
That's kind of when I saw this. I was like, is this supposed to be something like that?
Yeah, it's it does look like one of those parodies. Like yeah.
Like I don't know. It's just he's got Batman's cape. He's looking like Superman with blonde hair. Then he's got America Chavez's like suit top. He's just all over the place. So yeah.
It's I mean,
it's definitely, I'm not gonna lie.
It's definitely out there.
Yeah. All right, we got Noctera #2, second printing. We're getting into a lot of these second, third printings. I would not be surprised if there's a third printing for this.
So this is a series that I am pulling. It's a good. I mean, it's written by Scott Snyder, who is one of my favorite writers that I've mentioned. And yeah, the story premise it seems promising. And yeah, I mean, I'm still going to be picking up this series so far.
Yeah.
It's
Are you picking up all like the second, third printings for this stuff?
No. So far I only picked up the first printings. I haven't really gone into. Maybe I might pick up the second printing of issue 1, but so far I kind of passed on it.
You're going to be picking this one up. We got Noctera #3, which also comes out this Wednesday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think there's only one cover. I don't think there's a cover. No. Actually, yeah, I'm actually picking up cover B because if you look at cover B, that's the one that I actually asked my shop for.
Yeah, this is way better than that cover A. Yeah. And again, I'm biased. I like the red, black, and white covers.
Yeah.
So yeah, this one's way nicer. Not to mention, you look at how they drew her. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, it's like an explosion or something. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. All right.
Silver coin.
Coin #1, second printing.
Yeah. I was actually one of the few people that didn't pick this up. No, I actually didn't. I was actually one of the few that passed on this.
Okay.
It's just a victim of stuff that I had to kind of cut back on. But people that have read it really enjoyed this issue. But keep in mind, each issue is going to be written by someone different. Like this is a second printing of issue 1. Yeah, it's written by Chip Zdarsky. So we don't know how issue 2 is going to have a different writer entirely. So we'll see if issue 2 holds up with issue 1.
Yeah, I passed on it too. Comic Dude, he passed up on it as well. What's it going for anyway? Like the first print #1. What's that going for? Is it out of?
No, it's still very much cover price. Okay. Yeah, it hasn't really gotten to that point where it's hitting anything big in the aftermarket or anything like that.
Because we are again. I like to remind people because sometimes I've had some people be like, "Hey man, like are you still going after that book or did you go after that book?" Where I am, we're on lockdown. Unless you're going to a grocery store or a gas station, you're on lockdown, right? So in 18 days from now, supposedly our shops are going to be open. I am already ahead of the game. I have already planned 2 trips out to London, 1 to Barrie, things like that. So, because it's been almost 5 weeks, 6 weeks since anybody's gone through any boxes. There's, a lot of books that you might have passed 6 weeks ago that
And
could be sold now.
he's talking about London, Ontario, not London, England.
Oh, yeah.
Because people might be thinking, damn, Newbie's really wants to escape Canada.
No. I ain't getting on a plane. No. London from me is like 2 hours. So
yeah,
it's not that far. Usually, we hit up Kitchener, London, Barrie, things like that. Barrie for the first time. I've never dollar binned or shopped in Barrie, so I'm interested to see what they have.
Nice. Yeah, man, I've seen some of those places that you hit up, and I'm jealous, man, because I don't think I have anything remotely close to those kind of places where there's like aisles and aisles of long boxes. I could easily get lost in that.
You could spend so much time there, and it's funny because you think time goes by so slow.
No, it doesn't.
You look down, like, me and Keith will get there like first thing when that warehouse opens at like 11 a.m. and you look down and it's like 5:30 and you're like, whoa, where did the time go? Like, it's crazy, man. It's usually like a whole day to just getting there. I mean, it's an hour away, but like getting there and going through everything and stuff like that. Because, as a collector and going through those bins, like, you don't want to not, like, I know I have this where, like, if I'm searching for 2 hours and then I see like 3 boxes, like 10 boxes left, like, I want to go through them. I don't want to leave them just in case, right?
That's
the fear. So
even like, see, the thing is, when I go to my LCS, it's usually after work, so I only have like an hour or so to do my stuff and get out, because at that point the store is going to close. So usually the dollar bin stuff is like the last thing I do, and it feels like it's like those scenes that, like, like when like the bomb squad is disarming a bomb and then the time's running out and they keep looking at the clock. It's like I'll be shuffling through the bins and I'll look at the time and it's like, and then I'll keep looking up and say, oh my gosh, like 10 minutes has already passed and I haven't even gone through. So it's like I have to, it's always racing against the clock with those kind of long bins.
It's long, but if anybody's ever in my area and wants to go to that warehouse with me, I'm always down to go to that warehouse. So if you're local here, like, I know I told Bleecker, I'm like, hey, when things open up, we're going. So Andres, what's going on, man? Philly born. I love it. Love what we did. And the fact that they put Hurts and Smith together, I can't wait to see what he does. He's got a lot to prove because so many people thought that he was too skinny, right? So we'll see. I like those guys that have, a chip on their shoulder and something to prove. So I'm looking forward to it. All right. Walking Dead. I mean, I won't spend too much time on it because I'm not the biggest Walking Dead fan. If Face was here, he'd probably want to talk about, all 4 issues that have come out right here. But really quickly, I mean, and I know, Hyper, you're not a big Walking Dead fan, but we got Walking Dead 14.
It's okay, so 14 has that connecting cover, the Raposa cover. I haven't picked up 13 because I'm trying to resist the connecting covers for this, even though it looks pretty nice. It's that one. It starts with issue 13, but so far I've been good and I haven't picked these up yet. But I'm trying not to cave in. But yeah, as you can see, the image does look nice. And
Tim, actually, I'll let you know, man. I'll let you know for sure. I'll let you know as soon as we open up, right? Because you're in lockdown too. I'm assuming we're in Ontario, so
yeah. This is a series that actually has the other Asian Pacific cover it's like the 4th cover. You'll see. That's the one with Glenn on it, because obviously he's Asian. He's the only Asian guy in that team. If you click out of that, it's actually the last cover. That's it. Yeah. That's another Asian Pacific heritage cover.
Oh yeah, that's right. You couldn't see it. Yeah, that one hides a little bit better.
Yeah.
Again, well, I'm not the biggest Walking Dead fan, so for me, it's been a pass for a very long time on that end. So, all right, getting into Dark Horse, which is Hyper's favorite topic to talk about. He loves his Dark Horses here. So
I don't know why you keep saying that. It's almost like
I'm just waiting for one person to be like, "Oh shit, really? Okay," and then you just be like, "No, he was joking." So
well, there is 2 series. There is 2 series that I'm picking up from Dark Horse actually this week.
God of War and Fear Case.
Actually, those are the 2.
That's right. So I mean, the other ones. I mean, no disrespect to them, but I think we could pass them up. So we got Dead Dogs Bite, number 3 of 4. That's finishing up. If you want that math, 75% story is complete. And then we got Beasts of the Burden, Occupied Territory, number 2. Wow. Try saying that 10 times fast.
Yeah.
I don't think you can. But we got, issue 2 of 4. If you're keeping track and want the math on that, it's 50%. So we'll just skip through those. Kind of get into the ones that, Hyper is going to pick up, and the ones that are, I believe the ones that more people are going to be picking up. But Fear Case, finally get the finishing. So this is finishing the story. Again, it was only 4 issues long, right, guys?
Yeah. And Fear Case is one of those things that, because issue 1 is on my pull that in Capcan that I haven't even picked up yet. So I'm just going to wait until all 4 issues come, and then I'm just going to read them in one sitting.
One thing I like about Walking Dead in color, Kirkman said.
Yeah. So the only way you'll get them is through the single issues, I guess. Yeah.
Fear Case is too short, but is very good. Yeah. Keys has been on it, right? He's really enjoyed it. Well, Face is on it too. I think everybody that I've talked to has really enjoyed it. So I think it's just the art, right? Like the art's a little wonky, I think.
I think the art is what gets it a bit of criticism. Yeah, it looks a bit.
That's the one thing that, if any, argument is needed to be made, or criticism rather, not argument. The criticism is the art.
Yeah, and the thing is, it's like Matt Kint, the writer of Fear Case. I'm not saying he's at the same, I don't think he's gotten to that same popularity as James Tynion, but people do pay attention when he's on a project.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
God of War.
Yeah.
This one, look, I was telling, some of you guys that initially I was just picking this up just for the cover art itself. Like Dave Raposa has been doing the cover for this one, and if you see issue 4, which hasn't come out yet, that's also another fire cover. And issue 1, I think we've discussed this, how issue 1 is already like a $20 book at this point. Because these video game books, sometimes when people realize how limited printed they are, they go back and try to get them, and they find out that their shop doesn't have it anymore. So I'm picking up this, and because this bridges between God of War 3 and 4. So yeah.
And again, you're a video game guy, right? So obviously you're gonna pick it up. You play the game, you like it, so why not?
And this is actually one of my favorite franchises, and I'm hoping one day it gets adapted.
Jesus, the phone is just going off like crazy, so I apologize. And we also have Jenny Zero number 1. So I'm assuming that this is there was that recall, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, I think it was. So I'm assuming that this is
I believe this should be the corrected,
right?
I think this should be the corrected version of Jenny Zero. So,
I don't find that shops around here, and I've heard of some that do, that they take them off the shelves and just send them back and stuff. But for the most part, around here, nobody does that, man. I mean, for the comic shops, it's money in their pocket. When something like that is hot or aired or anything like that. So yeah.
Well, I mean, it really depends on the readership. I mean, because I think the issue with this was I think the pages are out of order. So unfortunately, people that bought this book that legitimately actually wanted to read it might have a hard time with the pages being out of whack. So those people, what they probably would have had to do is they would have probably had to return that book to their LCS, and they would have had to contact Diamond.
Yeah.
But you know how the market is. When people find an error copy like this, they'll hold on to it, and that error print did go for, I don't know if it still holds the same value, but it was like $20 or $30 at one point. That's how things are.
That's a success to me. If you can buy a book at cover price and sell it for $20-$25, it's a good day.
But the thing is, I find that with error copies, they don't tend to.
No, it's like 2 days. Wednesday. Usually people don't figure it out until Thursday, and then you basically got until Friday evening, to get rid of those. Because I didn't pick one up. I missed out on that one. So.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we got Star Wars High Republic, the only book.
Is that the only book from IDW?
Yep. Well, you cut me off. I was gonna say the only book from IDW.
My bad. Yeah.
No, it's all good, man. It's all good. You're acting like Face, so I get it. So yeah, Star Wars High Republic, The High Republic, Adventures #4. Seems long. I feel
What's
like
that?
it doesn't seem. Well, does it seem that long? I can't remember when I got #3, but yeah, it just feels like a while since we got some of these.
Yeah, it's honestly, I thought it felt shorter than that. I thought it actually
Like shorter,
yeah.
Hmm. No.
This one, I mean, I am picking up, and this one has the 1 in 10 that connects with the other 3. Like as I mentioned before, the first the first 5 issues of this series has that connecting 1 in 10 cover. So this will be 4 of 5.
Let me see if I can get the connecting. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not bad. It's not the greatest cover. It's not,
No, I mean, I think the Yoda one is still my favorite.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with that. So far, right? So far,
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna switch things up a bit. Usually at this point, I go right into Dynamite Pick of the Week, but you know what? We're already here. We're already at Marvel, so you know what? Let's do Marvel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's people are probably like losing their mind. I'm probably gonna hear about this on like Twitter and TikTok and MySpace and MSN Messenger. People, they're probably already saying, Newbie's lost it. He's going to Marvel next, not last. So yeah, but yeah, let's talk Marvel.
Wait, Newbie, you're on TikTok?
No, of course not.
Oh, okay.
So we got Amazing Spider-Man 65. Everybody loves talking about this.
Oh, it's a good thing my face is covered, so you can see you can't see my disappointment.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of us are I don't want to say all of us because I know, I'm going to get those people that are saying, you know what, Batman, Spider-Man, I always pick up, and I get that totally. But when you have different goals, everyone has different goals, right? Myself included. I know Hyper, he cut back. I know Keys got back, cut back on this run. He wasn't enjoying it, but when me and Hyper are trying to go after some like bigger books, you got to make the cut somewhere. And especially if you're not really liking where the story's going or you feel like it's dragging, this is something that we've talked about multiple times with Amazing Spider-Man. And yeah, we've kind of cut back on it, right?
And what frustrates me about this series is, you know how sometimes, I don't know if your store does this, but do they ever give you like that thick Marvel Previews magazine?
Yeah.
So I got one for this week that had the upcoming issues, I guess, for the summer. And the future solicits for Spider-Man showed Kindred on the cover. I'm like, this shit again. So I'm like, that image just kind of, I guess, triggered me, because that basically is essentially why I stopped this. The whole Kindred storyline just kept getting dragged on and on. So yeah.
Forever, yeah. Yeah, I'm off of it. I'm not picking it up, and I get it. Some people are gonna be like, "Well, it's Spider-Man." Yeah, well, it's also like $7 in my pocket. So
yeah, and actually, I asked this question to Lou from Ages Comics of Alaska. They own like an LCS.
Yep.
And they mentioned how Spider-Man has dropped in terms of their sales figures in their shops. Like a lot of people got off of Spider-Man. So.
Comic Dude saying the same thing. Yeah, he was disappointed when he saw the Kindred again in previews. Yeah, it's. Yeah. Justin is saying enough to freak it. Yeah, man, and again, it's sad because, like you said, right? Like Lou saying that a lot of people aren't picking it up. It's getting a little bit low, and that's not how it should be, right? Spider-Man should be one of the more premier ones, I guess. So
yeah.
Philly Born saying the only Spider-Man I read is named Miles. Ooh. Damn.
Although Miles is doing that Clone Saga thing, so we might have to be careful.
Yeah. All right, we're getting near the end of this one, but we got America Chavez, Made in USA, #3. I will say, I really do like this cover. I like it a lot.
Yeah, this one's good. And aren't you picking up this one, Newbie?
I am. I'm on the series. I was telling people to grab #1, not for right now, for later, not because it's going to be a $1,000 book, but I feel like it's got a little bit of legs in the sense that, once she comes, she's going to be super popular. I think she's going to have the same effect, like, say, a Miles. Not to say that her first appearance is going to be $5,000. I'm saying that a lot of the issues with her on it, the good covers, they might be worth something. That's all I'm saying, right? And again, it's only 5 issues. The story's really short. Why not take a gamble on it? You never know.
Yeah, and I do like the art, the interior art in this series.
Yeah, I think you said that like in the first issue too. That's something that you had mentioned a lot. So yeah, a lot of people are liking the cover, man. I really like this cover. Somebody told me they're like, oh, it reminds me of what did they say? Storm and Jean Grey mixed together. I'm like, no, please stop.
No, seriously, that's how my eyes feel during allergy season.
Okay, and then you got the cool star tattoos on the wrist there. So yeah, I will say, because we've had some issues in the past with debating, what America Chavez covers are kind of cool. I don't know. I'm on the fence about this one too, though.
I mean, it's okay. It is a bit more of an artistic design, but yeah, I don't hate it. But it's all right.
Yeah. Tim, really quickly, because I don't want to start anything nuts here. It's I think it's like $1,200 Canadian for her first appearance in the 9.8. This might sound crazy, but I feel like even that, if you were to buy a 9.8 of that, I feel like there's still a big wiggle room for profit if you're looking for a flip. I really do think that once she hits, that book is probably going to cross $2,000 at some point.
I agree. I actually no. Just because of the low print run of that series in general, I think it definitely has a possibility.
Yeah, and again, I feel like she's going to be the future, right? Like when we talk about these newer characters, these younger characters, like I feel like they're lining it up. This could potentially be a $2,500, $3,000 book when she shows up, and she's kind of relevant in the sense that she's here, she's in the story, she's going to be around for like a few years, movies, shows, whatever the case may be. I really do think that there's a lot of wiggle room. And people say, Newbie, you're crazy, but look at Shang-Chi.
Mm-hmm.
That book was like an 8.0, was sitting for like $1,000 for a long time. Then that trailer dropped, 2,300, just like that. So
wait, hold on. Are we still sticking with Shang or is it Shang?
Listen, I was saying Shang-Chi for the longest time, and then I got a few messages being like, Newbie, it's Shang. So
because I thought you said that you found out that it ended up being Shang. So we're still going with Shang.
No, I found out it was Shang.
Okay, all right.
So yeah. I don't know. Until somebody corrects me, I don't know. I think that's kind of where I'm going to go with it, Shang.
Okay.
Until I see the movie, right? But
yeah, until they address his name.
Chad, that's how I was saying it, though. I was saying it Shang-Chi. But I got corrected by a few people later on saying it's Shang-Chi. And I was like, okay, thank you. So
and
say both just in case.
One thing about America Chavez that also people should know, she's been on several team-ups. She's been on the Ultimates and she's been on West Coast Avengers. So she's been, aside from her solo stuff, it's Shang, isn't it?
I guess.
But yeah, it is a character to look out for.
Common Dude, thanks for stopping by, man. Appreciate it. Sorry, Swaggle House says she could have a more exciting MCU appearance too, being in Doctor Strange compared to Miss Marvel / Riri. 100%. But like, I'm always telling people, like, because I get asked a lot. They're like, hey man, what key? And I actually have a show coming out. Like we're doing a show about this. It's all set. We are gonna have a special guest for that as well. Well, I say that now, so hopefully this guest is still up to do it. But we are going to have a show, keys to still invest in. I think it's going to be in like 2 weeks' time. Like I said, it's already done and everything like that. But that one is on it. And I really do think that one has more weight. That character has a good chance to have a longevity in the MCU and future things that they do. So again, I don't have $1,200 burning in my pocket, but if I did, I would probably take a chance on that one. That's one I would take a chance on 100% because the return, especially for a flip, is you're probably going to make probably close to $800 to $1,200 profit, like super quick. Again, I'm talking Canadian numbers, so please don't.
Yeah, and the fact that she has the power to go through different multiverses, I think that's really going to lend to her character when she's actually introduced in the MCU.
Yeah. Chad, then how does one say Shang-Chi? Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know the language. I'm just telling you guys, ever since somebody told me about it, that's how they pronounce it. And yeah, Justin's right. Feige pronounced it Shung as well. So, we'll see. We'll see.
I'm just gonna call him that guy until the movie comes in.
Yeah. I mean, it's 2021. I mean, there's always two sides to everything. So we'll see. All right. Carnage Black, White, and Blood #1. Second printing.
Well, this is inevitable. You knew that Marvel is gonna bank on these Gleason variants.
Yeah, but it's just like I thought we were done with them, to be honest. I think this is the last one, right?
Of this printing, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if there's a third printing. Hey, what's up, Sith Lordly? My favorite YouTube uncle from Spintex.
Yeah, man, I don't know. I just feel like I get what you're saying that they could bank on it, but like at the same time, it's like, all right, we get it. Like ASM 55 is still the one out of all of them. It's still the one. It's still holding value. It's still,
But this is a case, a classic case of Marvel taking a good idea and basically driving it to the ground to the point that it becomes almost like annoying after a while. Like I wasn't a fan of. Have you seen the one where they did it for Man-Thing?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Not a fan.
Yeah, I think it was Face that was telling us like, man, grab it. Like it. I'll tell I'll say it. Like it was a really good cover though. Like I really enjoyed the black on the green there. It did have some, for sure. I thought it was good art, good cover.
Yeah. I wasn't a fan of that one. Yeah.
Justin, 100%, man. I'm with you.
Yeah.
I'm with you. And here's the thing, like if you missed out on ASM 55, you were kind of bad mouthing it and then like picking, the Venom one and the Carnage one and like the other ones. But like go look at prices. I mean, I showed a video where you could find that black one or the red one, the red Spider-Man one, right? It was the black on the red, and I found like a whole long box of them. Like, I don't know. I think if you don't have that original 55, I don't know. Yeah, it's just my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I will say it did look good as a set, though. It looked very patriotic.
And that's what I was going to say. Like, if you graded them or you had them on a wall, I mean, I'm sure they would look really great as a set, 100%. Yeah. I get it. A lot of people do that, right? Like, a lot of people do that, like, with the all-colored Power Ranger ones and, the all Ladies Month or, the Black History one. Like, there's a lot of them that do that. So,
yeah.
Again, everybody collects differently, right? Nobody has to agree with how, the person to your left or the person to the right collects. Just got to collect your way. So,
yep.
But yeah, I'm just saying I'm kind of over it. Now, I will say this, and I won't, take 20 minutes to talk about it. That's a badass cover.
Yeah, but actually there's another cover besides that I'm actually more looking forward to. And there's a reason why when you see the name. Look who the cover artist is.
Oh,
yeah. We all know who.
Look at the writer, right? So this is probably just a cover by too.
Oh yeah, this would be a cover by, but it's not often that you see Kevin Eastman doing Marvel covers. So this might be one that I might pick up because obviously we all know Kevin Eastman's TMNT fame, and I'm on that series. So I don't know. This is probably the cover that I'd probably pick up.
Best cover was the OG. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
It was just one of those that like you didn't see it coming. It was kind of cool. Chat's still on this. I'm not even gonna.
Oh my gosh.
Shang-Chi, pronounced Shang-Chi, man. I'm just gonna wait until, I might have to wait until the movie. I'm like with Hyper. I might have to just be like, yeah, that guy. And that's it. Until the movie comes and we finally hear them say, Shang.
Yeah, Chad is really going down this rabbit hole for us. We appreciate it.
Yeah, we appreciate it, man. Thank you. But yeah, Kevin Eastman's doing this one. This one is a dope cover as well, man. I agree with that. Saying the Black Panther Gleason coming out soon is another heater.
Yeah, that's actually on FOC. Tomorrow. It's hitting FOC tomorrow. So.
Okay. Yeah, Hidden is saying he's picking this one up. And yeah, Sam's saying the same thing because it's Eastman, he's going to be picking it up. Yeah, wow, I didn't know that. Hyper. So thanks for letting me know that.
It's a very gritty look to it, which I like about Kevin Eastman's
Yeah,
art on TMNT. Yeah.
no, I like it. Got the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Thought he had more than 5 fingers there. I was a little worried. Okay. We've got We've got Heroes Reborn #1. Is this the thing that like kicks off like all these new characters and stuff?
Yeah, pretty much. Are you on the series?
No.
Yeah. I tend to go on these Marvel events. This one I'm actually gonna pass. I'm just gonna wait for other people to talk about it. I'm passing on this one entirely.
Yeah, this is a pass. I'm gonna wait. If it's something worth it, I mean, I'll have enough time to go get a copy. But yeah, I don't know. I think a lot of people are just hanging on to that. Oh, it's a bunch of new characters, but I mean, there's been a few, just because it's a first appearance, they don't all pan out sometimes, right? So,
not at all. It's just the concept from the beginning I wasn't really a fan of to begin with.
Yeah.
These mashups and all that. It's just I feel it's one of those stories that it's gonna get a lot of hype, and then you're gonna find a lot of these issues probably in the discount bins because it's like War of the Realms. It was a great story, but also it wasn't exactly hard to find. I do like that Mephisto.
I was gonna say this. Yeah. This one later on when he shows up, and I say that convincingly, and I really do. I have faith that Mephisto's coming. This one could see a price spike or be worth something, depending on how they use it, depending on how popular that villain is.
Exactly.
This could be something. So if you're looking for an investment in the sense of, again, not, I don't think there's going to be a $300 book, $500 book, but I mean, if you're buying it at cover price and it sells for say $30 to $50 when he comes around, I mean, that's not a bad investment,
Yeah, and Face is the one that told me how Marvel's doing like a trading card set cover for all these variants. So like Mephisto's the first one, and I believe Blade is going to be issue 2, I think. Yeah.
Oh man, yeah. It's funny because like I've said this multiple times already. This is the first week that we have no shows or anything, and nothing's coming until June 11th.
Mm-hmm.
These next 5 weeks, man, is going to be very interesting to see where people, speculators, investors, their minds go on what we speculate, right?
Yep.
Like there was a joke, there was a picture of, oh man, what's her name? She plays WandaVision.
Elizabeth Olsen?
Yes, Elizabeth Olsen. Wow. And she was in like a Batman t-shirt drinking like a Starbucks coffee or something. And it was just funny because they're like, WandaVision, or yeah, she's wearing black, so like Black Adam and all this confirmed, blah, blah, blah. It's like, oh, just yeah. And then books go up for no reason, right? So
it's people will hang on to anything that'll spike something.
So, gotta be careful. Gotta do research. Okay, we'll get out of the Heroes Reborn stuff because there's a lot of covers, man. Holy crap!
Yeah, which is expected, and I'm sure there's a lot of ratios also. Yeah.
Are you still on Immortal Hulk?
Yeah, man. I mean, we're pretty much almost at the finish line.
So we got Immortal Hulk 46. It's ending at 50, correct?
Yeah, I think that's the variant though that you clicked on.
I believe you were correct.
Which is an homage to the Days of Future Past cover.
Yep, X-Men. So yeah, I'll get cover A right here. Who do we got there? Starling? Oh no.
No, that's the Harpy. No, but it's not the Harpy though. It's I forgot the name, but it's
Sound it out.
Yeah.
Sound it out.
It's Betty. I think it's Betty Ross. Oh my gosh, I the name slips me, but yeah, it's that character.
Oof. Yeah, we'll see. Okay, and then we've got Iron Fist, Heart of Dragon. Iron Fist. I mean, not the greatest character, not a fan favorite of mine.
Okay, it is Betty Ross. So yeah, but no. The thing is, I knew that it was Betty Ross, but the other moniker that she has for that character is what is slipping my mind for Immortal Hulk.
No shows equals Idle hands equal Devil Workshop.
Okay, so it is. Okay, sorry, I'm just looking at the chat. Okay, so it is the harpy. Okay, so okay, I was
Or
right.
is Dan telling you? Do you know, or is Dan telling you?
No. I believe it's harpy. Yeah. So no, the chat's basically just confirming what I was initially thinking. Harpy. Yeah.
Chad, I'm pretty sure I saw Iron Fist on Pornhub earlier today.
Oh gosh.
We really know our viewership. All right, Star Wars Bounty Hunters Alpha Director Cut #1. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 covers. Holy smoke!
Wow.
It's a badass cover, even though I
It
have
is.
no idea anything about Star Wars. So
Yeah, I'm not. I mean, the only Star Wars I'm picking up is really the High Republic series. So
yeah,
it's a dope cover.
yeah. All right, I know that you're picking this up.
Yeah, and I believe this actually is the finale, if I'm not mistaken. I believe this is actually the finale of the series. Because I don't think there's other issues that's been future solicited. They might be down the line, but from what I understand, I think at least for the time being, I think this is the last issue of the series. So and we haven't, and there's been a break between issue 9 and 10. It's actually been a
Yeah, I was
long.
gonna say it's been a bit since
Yeah,
we've talked about Strange Academy.
exactly. So yeah, man, I'll be picking this up, and I'm also going to pick up the character spotlight variants because I've been picking that up since issue 2. I missed out on issue 1 and 2, but I like those character spotlights where they highlight each character in the class. So.
That would look like a cool set. Like if you had all of them and stuff. That would look like a cool set for sure. Yeah. Again, I think this one's going to be one of the hotter ones that a lot of people are picking up this weekend or this week. Sorry, big time. Because it is one of the hottest properties, right? I mean, Strange Academy's been very popular. So.
And there's no confirmation yet of it even coming. It's just people are just thinking that it'll eventually come as an adapted television series.
Yeah, we'll see. All right, we finally got rid of the Union, so that's done. I mean, I was a little disappointed, to be honest with you guys, but
yeah,
I was disappointed because I chased this book. Like I chased it. I had to go like an hour and a half away to find issue 1. And
wow.
I'm very disappointed. Yeah, I'm very disappointed looking back, and that's kind of why I just don't chase books anymore. I rather, I do my homework a little bit. I listen to Sparks and you guys, Face. But yeah, I'm very disappointed. So
that's a lot of dedication for an issue 1 that you just put there.
Yeah. So, okay, we've got Thor and Loki, Double Trouble, 3 of 4.
Yeah, this is just meant to be more like. I think it's just one of those it's like an all ages kind of book. Like they did the same thing with Venom and Spider-Man. So yeah, I don't expect anything major fallouts. It's just a fun read. So
yeah, all right, and then we got X-Men Curse Man Thing #1.
Yeah, because like Man Thing is doing they're doing Curse of the Man Thing with different properties. They did it with Spider-Man. Now they're doing it with X-Men. I'm not like Man Thing has never really been one of my favorite characters. So I'm not really scared of picking these up.
I don't get it, man. I mean, I get it. Everyone's got like weird characters. I mean, you look at like our friend Keys, he's a dupe guy and things like that. But like, I've just never understood the Man Thing, even Swamp Thing. Like, I don't know. But there's a lot of people, strong fan bases. So
people are always quick to remind other people that Man Thing is a copy of Swamp Thing. Like the Swamp Thing fans are always quick to remind people that.
Yeah. Okay. So I usually do this in a jokingly manner, so nobody get offended. So today's Dynamite pick of the week. This is where I usually just pick one of the covers. Let's see if I'm going to change my mind. Nope. So the cover that I'm choosing for my pick of the week is this one right here.
I mean, at least
listen,
she's not getting choked like your last cover, so that's a step up,
That was
Newbie.
like, hey, that was like 2 covers ago, right? So,
Yeah,
yeah.
well,
Somebody messaged me actually when I put that promo out for like the show that we did with Dan. Somebody messaged me being like, "Dude, I thought that said bondage age," and I was like,
what did it say instead?
"No," because I said silver age, bronze
Oh,
age chat, and then somebody was like, "Dude, I thought that said bondage chat," and I was like, "Oh god." So yeah.
I wonder if how many people hopped onto the stream hoping for that, for us to discuss that period in comics.
Yeah. So yeah. So that is it for that. We're gonna go on to some DC stuff. So yeah, you guys know I always leave DC till last. It's usually because I'm kind of refilling my drink, and I usually let Face kind of talk about it because I'm not the biggest DC guy. But we do have some important issues. Well, I don't know, man. I feel like
I kind of forgot what's coming out for DC, so I'm actually curious. What's
we got a few. We got a few. But yeah, let's get started with the big one. How about
okay?
that? We'll get started with the big. Well, big. We'll see where that goes.
Oh,
Batman 108. So you got the first appearance of Molly Miracle or Miracle Molly, whichever way you want to say it.
First full appearance because she already appeared actually.
Yeah, first full appearance. The cameo was in that yellow one in 107. Miracle Molly. Thank you, Box. So yeah, first full appearance. I mean, go buy this book. This is going to be like a $2.5 million book. It's probably going to have arguments of Hulk 181 for like 20 plus years. This is going to be huge, like huge. Like I could see movies, seller, just huge. So go buy, stack this. No, please don't do any of that. I'm not sure. I'm not sure where to sit on this because a lot of people are like, man, it could be something. But at the same time, like, and we forgot about Punchline. Like Punchline's super popular and it's not coming anytime soon. You know what I mean? Like, it could be a bit.
Well, the thing is, I still have faith in Punchline. I just think that it's just because of where DC is currently at with storylines, she's kind of taking a bit of a back burner. But I would hold on to those Punchline books if you have them. Like I wouldn't.
Hell Risen 3, right? Hell Risen 3 or the other one? What side are you on that coin?
Well, it seems like the market is picking Hell Risen 3. I think her cameo was considered, yeah, because Batman 89, you kind of just saw like part of her face or something. It wasn't even like a full, or was it Hell? Yeah, shoot, now I'm not sure which. Hell Risen 3, I think, was her actual full appearance. So yeah, I think that's the one where, especially in the secondary market, I think Hell Risen 3 is actually catching more than Batman 89. So
Justin's already read 108. Wow.
yeah, I know some people, they get their DC books early, so lucky them. But
I think this is going to be the big one for DC this week. Obviously, the first appearance. But again, I mean, you're going to have people on both sides, right? I mean, I know a few people that are like going to be stacking this book. I know a few people that are passing it. I know a few people that are like, what's one copy going to do long term? Who knows? But I think if you're really banking on this one, I mean, I think you might be waiting a long time for anything to bank on this character.
yeah, and the thing is, like Justin Shannon mentioned, there's a 1 in 50 for this. DC usually doesn't do many 1 in 50s unless it's like an anniversary issue or something. So the fact that they're doing a 1 in 50, I don't know if that's just
hype. Look at all these right here.
Yeah, but Newbie, that this includes store exclusives also, not just
still, man, look at it. I'm still going down, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's a ton of covers. It's that's why
Have you also noticed that she's on all of them? Like, so there's no disagreement, there's no argument that could be made. She is literally on it. So you're not gonna have that, first appearance, first, cover or whatever. It's literally
But you know what? In cases like this, I always go with the actual publisher's cover.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like the same thing. Like I don't know if you remember with Null, what happened with Null, where his first cover appearance came on his first cover appearance was on a store exclusive, but that Venom 3 third print actually goes for more, even though it came later because that was actually published by Marvel and not a store exclusive.
Yeah.
So I always tend to side with the publisher's covers rather than the store exclusive when it comes to cover appearances and all that. So
this is just going to be a long shot for me. Like I really do. I feel like if, and again, it's just my personal opinion. I mean, next week or this weekend, it could be a $200 book. Who knows, right?
yeah, this is one of those things like a lot people. DC's been promoting this for months, so
yeah.
stores see this coming, and they probably over ordered on this book. So this would be one of those books that you would just stash and just wait. Like I don't foresee you being able to flip this or anything like that on Wednesday.
No,
It's just like
totally
a
agree.
hold. Yeah.
And I remember when this book was actually first brought to everybody's attention on FOC and stuff like that. And I remember people were having arguments and disagreements then about it. Having the same, oh, guys, don't forget, there's Punchline, and this is not $1 million book, and blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Again, people are still going to pick it up. I know personally, a handful of people who are stacking this book. They're out there.
I don't know about stacking. Maybe I might pick up an extra copy, but I don't know about like stacking and like.
Stack to me is more than 5 copies.
Yeah, I don't know if I would personally go that route, just because, like you mentioned, it seems like since the Joker War storyline happened, there's been a new character in the Batman series almost every issue, I find.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, No Good Comics? Yeah, guys, if you haven't checked out, I did an interview with No Good Comics yesterday regarding my comic book origin story, so definitely check out his channel. It was a fun time hanging out with Justin yesterday, so
yeah,
definitely peep that out.
Justin saying I went all in on this book, every cover.
No, wait. Are you being sarcastic, Justin?
I mean, usually they say LOL, man, and I won't see one. So yeah, maybe.
Wow. Okay.
Like, I don't know. I have a hard time believing that they have Harley right now, which you guys know how I feel about that. I think that should come to an end. They got Poison Ivy up their sleeve, the ace in the hole. Then they got Punchline. I just have a hard time believing that they're going to leave these iconic women that they have. And then, they took a chance with Punchline. It's been very successful. And then go to this character. Like, I just have a very hard time believing that. And again, am I going to hold this book for 20, 25 years? Like, I'd have a hard time, if it does turn into something. And again, sometimes people are like, man, what are you talking about 25 years? We'll make a movie and then they start thinking, it's like, oh, wait, yeah, every other year or 2 years they do a new movie. Well, yeah, and that's what happens. So when you do the math of like the characters they want to do and the storylines they want to do and finish and blah, 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 you end up with a long time of waiting. So, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it's I do agree that I think they do need to focus on some of their legacy characters and don't put. I mean, it's nice to have new characters to freshen things up, but don't forget that some of your traditional characters that kind of, have made your series more famous. And Justin just wrote, nope.
No, he's picking up one of each. So.
Oh wow! Okay.
Well, sticking with another green woman, but we're going to the Swamp Thing number 3. Again, I'm not really the biggest person to talk about this stuff because I'm not the biggest DC guy. All my information was about Batman 108. So outside of this, you're probably going to hear me have 0 to little things to say. And if I'm picking them up, which usually, spoiler alert, is pass.
Yeah, I there might be a first appearance in this. I'm not. Yeah, but Swamp Thing has been an enjoyable read from what I understand.
Yeah.
I missed out on issue 2, but I have to read issue 1 though.
Taking a pass on this issue, loving the black. Let me try that again. Taking a pass on this series, loving the black and white though. Justin saying, yeah, Swamp Thing is fire. Ram V is killing it. Highly recommend it. Great read. Hey, 3 issues in? Yeah, why not? Okay. Next up, we got Suicide Squad number 3. We've got that Peacemaker. I don't know. A few people were talking about this one. Peacemaker, I think he's a little corny, to be honest with you, but
I think he's meant to be corny, I think.
Yeah, but here's the thing, man. Like, how I always joke about like people dressing up as like characters and the markability. I think that there's such a big markability with that character. Not to mention the fact that John Cena's playing it.
Yeah.
I could totally see like college dudes, just being like, I'm gonna fucking dress up like this guy, like just shit like that. So
it's
yeah, I don't sleep on Peacemaker. I think there's gonna be a little bit of popularity, man.
I do like the cover B on this one, the Red X cover.
Oh yeah.
Face, you're actually on the show, you just don't know it.
Yeah, the Red X stuff is gonna be. And hey, what's up, Face? Get back to work, man. John Cena is like the symbol of corny. Yeah. If you're on Red Face, if you're on
Red Face.
Wow. Let me try that again because I don't want to make a new character. If you are on Red X, that's a sweet cover to have. Like, I know Keys likes the character. I know Keys has liked him way before all this jazz happened. But yeah, that's a really good cover.
And also keep in mind, this series is crossing over as it mentions, Teen Titans Academy 3. They're doing like a crossover storyline between those two series. So
Red Face. Oh fuck. All right. Before I start, making up new characters. Also, just know if you guys are writers or producers or anything like that, everything is trademarked for me, so you cannot use Red Face as one of your villains if you're making a movie or a script. All right, so just know that. All right, Crime Syndicate number 3. I gotta be honest, I never in my life picked up an issue, know what's going on in this story, nothing. So for me, I'm over it.
I think people are talking about cover B on this one. I think it's the cover B that people were interested in. Yeah, that's the one.
I don't know. I mean, it's cool. I don't know.
I mean, I'm not picking it up myself, but apparently, I know several people. I know Ultra was mentioning this on his FOC segment also. So
we'll see. I mean, if it's there and I notice that it's getting a little pricey and I can flip it, yeah, sure. But other than that, I mean, I probably won't be picking this up.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Green Lantern number 2. Green Lantern getting a spike lately. And what do you mean by spike, Newbie? Well, I mean, if you guys have been watching, I won't spoil it. Never mind. You know what? Scratch all of that. Green Lantern number 2. I got nothing to say to this. I don't know.
No, unfortunately, I don't either. I'm not reading Green Lantern, so
yeah. But I guarantee you, we will be soon. You'll see why when we get to the news portion of the show. All right, the next Batman, Second Son number 2.
I mean, this is just one of those things where there's too many bad titles out there that I'll just probably wait for this to come out digitally. I mean, actually, sorry, it already is digitally out. It's digital first and then print after, so I'm passing on this one. It's basically the origin of the Fox guy that was playing Batman in the Future State Batman.
Or Tim Fox, right?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, and then we've got 3 more. Boom. So first up, we've got Batman / Fortnite 0.2 or 0.2. Is there a code in this one, Hyper? Should people be chasing this, going after it? What's the deal?
There's a code in every single issue. This one will not have the Harley Quinn costume. This one is just going to have, like, I believe, a grappling hook. So I think DC released what the DLC is going to be for the first 4 issues, and I think only the first issue has a costume. Everything else is like a grappling hook or some glider or something. So if you're looking for costumes, it's not going to be on this issue. It's only in Harley Quinn.
I like that, Chad. I like that. And yeah, in the solicitation, guys, it says fans who redeem all 6 codes will also unlock a new armored Batman Zero outfit.
Yeah. So you need all 6, yeah.
So, yeah.
And guys, just try not to pay.
And ladies.
Yeah. Sorry, guys and ladies, try not to pay those $20-$30 price points. If you really want this issue and just for the code, just wait for the next print to come out, because the thing is, people don't know this maybe, but the later prints have basically the same code for the same DLC. So you don't need to grab the first print if you're only getting it for the DLC.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, Man Bat number 4. Holy crap! And I'm drinking water, folks. I'm not even drinking alcohol. Man Bat number 4. Again, this is a pass for me. Not anything that I'm, up on or grabbing. So.
Yeah, it's I don't think there's a cover B. This is like one of those few DC titles that doesn't have cover Bs to it. It's a pass.
I thought you would go that route. And finally, to please Mr. Magic Lasso, but we've got Sensational Wonder Woman number 3. Classic depiction of what happens in our society. There's a disaster. Guess what? You're going to take a selfie. So, yeah. It's not the greatest. I mean, I don't really – you guys know how I feel about DC and Wonder Woman. It's not me. Everybody has their character. Like I always say, Lasso's is this. So, yeah, I mean, I know he's going to grab it. Am I going to grab it? Probably not. I think the last Wonder Woman show I got was – or last Wonder Woman cover, not show. Last Wonder Woman cover I got was the Future State one. That's pretty much it.
The Yara Flor, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Usually Wonder Woman has pretty good cover Bs. Does this one have...
Let me check. Yeah. So here's the cover B. Yeah, that's way nicer than that cover A, to be honest. If I had to pick, I'd probably go with that one, with this one.
Yeah. Marguerite Sauvage. Okay, nice. It's a nice cover.
So, yeah. So out of that, I think Strange Academy, Firepower, Fear Case, Batman 108. Those are probably the big winners from this.
Oh wait, did we do Boom Studios?
Yes, we did. Oh no, we didn't.
Because there's actually one title that people may want to look out for that I didn't think we even talked about.
See what happens when Face isn't on? We're just all like,
how did we skip? You know why? Because Boom comes after Marvel, I think.
Yeah. See, so we can blame me. That's okay.
I don't think there's a lot. There's only one particular title that I actually wanted to mention in Boom.
Jeez. Nobody noticed it. Man. What's up, Empire? How's it going? Hidden. Ironically, Newbie sounds more drunk while drinking water. Thank you. And that means a lot to me. I'm actually just it's a little crazy. Hyper and Face and Keys, they know, but I've literally been working like 115-hour work weeks. Last week this week that just passed, I had 40 hours of overtime. So, yeah, I'm just a little beat, guys.
I mean, I don't think Newbie's going to tell us, but I think he secretly fights crime at night. We just don't know it.
Yeah, that's it.
So the title that I actually wanted to mention was
Wind.
Eve also, but Eve is like a 1 of 5. That's a new series that's coming out, which looks to be interesting.
What is it? It's African American girl trying to. What is it? A world that's nothing like the virtual reality that she was raised in. Okay, and then she's got a teddy bear sidekick. Yeah,
it's almost like one of those like adventure kind of.
I can see that as a move. Honestly, I can see that as a move.
Yeah, just the premise itself kind of hooked me. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the one that one of the two that caught my eye. The other one is actually Wind. Oh, what's up, Ultra?
Yeah, we'll be kicking for a bit, but if not, yeah, man, appreciate that. Guys, if you guys don't know who Ultra is, you're missing out. Wednesday nights, 10 p.m. Eastern time, Ultra Maximus. He's got it going on Tales of Flipside, so make sure you guys go tune into that. And he's also Drunken Chat every Friday night. Wow, I have to think about that. I've been slacking on my Drunken Chat appearances. So, and big shout outs to No Good Comics. Newbie about to smash 2K subs. Here's 2K more. Always appreciate the info and knowledge you all bring. Keep up the good content, fellas. Hey, likewise, man. It's all about the community. It's all about the people in it. We've had talks. You know, Justin, Mr. No Good Comics, is one of the good guys in the community. You know, I watch. Unfortunately, I'm, you know, mostly listening in the back, but, you know, this week I was able to catch it. But yeah, Justin, appreciate that, man.
Yeah, man, one of the good dudes in the community. And yeah, Empire, thanks. Empire mentioned that he tuned into my origin story yesterday. So thanks, man, for tuning in. Appreciate it.
Yeah, and hopefully I'm gonna get on there too. I got to get on Justin's show. I know he's a busy man, so yeah, we got to make it work. But you know, when I'm working 115-hour work weeks, you know, it's hard to get on some shows. So yeah, we're gonna make it happen. But yeah, guys, make sure you guys go check out Justin, No Good Comics. He's doing his thing. Good guy, the community.
Yeah.
All right, and finally we've got Wind, and I bring this up ironically because we're going to be talking about Wind just a little bit later. But yeah, we got Wind number 6.
Yeah.
I like everything that's going on here. I mean, minus the wings and all that jazz, but I mean, just the color and the cover. I really like this.
I like the cover B though, the tarot card cover, because I think they're doing like each issue is going to have a tarot card variant.
Chat. I was drunk as fuck on my last drunken chat. I was almost embarrassed about comments the next day. Dude, you know what? There's a few of us that feel that way. I remember I got drunk. Well, I don't know if it shows, but like I was on early on last summer for like the whole show, and I think I went through like a case of Corona through that show, and yeah, looking back on it, I'm like, you know what? No. So yeah.
Yeah, they go pretty late. Yeah.
Jesus, how many days are in your work week? Fuck, dude. I also work like I was saying to Hype. You know, I got like 24-hour work weeks. So I work in the health field. So I work with young adults with autism and brain injuries. You know, with my line of work, you know, a lot of people have unfortunately had COVID. A coworker of mine, walking down the stairs, actually tore his ACL. So, you know,
Damn.
We had a manager quit. So, you know, there's just a lot of things, and, you know, things got to keep rolling. So yeah, but it's, man, you know, burning out because yeah, you're working so much, and you know you got to deal with the pandemic and things like that. So yeah,
For sure.
A little tough, but hey, we're making through. Summer's coming, so you know you'll see. I'll you know I'll be tanned up, and you know more Coronas at hand. But all right, that's it for New Comic Book Day. Let's get on to some comic news. Newbie spec of the week. And my boy Ramirez, actually, I didn't even see him come in. So Ramirez is in here, everybody.
What's up?
He doesn't even say hi. He just goes to, hey, No Good Comics, my brother. What's up?
No, I think you said what's up before in the chat.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll give you a pass. But Ramirez, what's going on, man? Yeah, so New Comic Book Day is done. Like I said, we're going to do some news. There's no show to talk about. So, I mean, if Hyper's got something that he wants to talk about before Newbie spec of the week, we'll get into it. If not, we'll do that. Announcement for Tuesday's show. And then, yeah, guys, let's have some fun with this. So, Hyper, do you have any news that you want to talk about?
I mean, I think the only thing that sticks out in my mind is they've mentioned how the filming for Moon Knight has happened, and apparently there's some leaked photos or something on set.
I told you that last week.
Yeah, but I mean, I also read it also, so.
No, so you don't listen to me unless it's in a magazine or in a blog, huh?
I need to vet my sources. No, I'm kidding. I take your word. You can't see me being sarcastic, but no. But no, it's Moon Knight as well as Miss Marvel, actually. You're seeing leaked photos of the set, so you know what happens when people see those images.
You know what's pissing me off, man? This was pissing me off is I see some people be like, man, this is the time, you know, like I put that Miss Marvel thing up, and then people are like, oh man, this is the time to buy. It's like, no, you're already late.
Yeah,
you're already late. And if you didn't think that Miss Marvel was going to be something, you're already late. You don't know what you're doing, you know, in a good way. Like I say that in the most positive way, but like, you know, because I saw some people be like, man, you get on Miss Marvel, and it's like, yeah, but like, the book you could have got, like when you should have got it was like a year ago, right?
Well,
with Sam Alexander, like Sam Alexander, you should have already got. Like I got my 9.8 for $180. You can't find them on eBay now. Like they're just ghosts. You know what I mean? So like you got to do your research again. When it's in your face, it's kind of a little bit too late. I feel. The only thing is they're both shows, right? Hype. So shows. You know, this is the first go around with like WandaVision and Falcon and Winter Soldier. So that was a little different, right? Like we knew that the shows were coming. They were in our face. And I always go back to the WandaVision one, right? Episode 2, rather, we get Agatha. And everybody was like, oh, shit, Agatha's in it. When you look at what that book did, that Fantastic Four number 94, from the second week of the show until the end, it didn't really spike until like episode 6. 1 episode per week. You almost had 4 weeks, a month there where it didn't do anything, right? Even though the character was right in front of you, the book, you know, everything like that. So with shows, I guess it could happen in the sense that, like, if, you know, certain keys or minor keys in Moon Knight and Miss Marvel could be a thing. But at the same time, once they start showing you and once it's in the face, especially in today's community, I feel like it's too late already.
Well, okay, so the thing is, it's late in the sense that, yeah, you're going to see some issue. You're going to see, obviously, issues hitting spikes now because things are more concrete in terms of images and all that, but I still have a bit of hope in terms of people being able to find Miss Marvel and Moon Knight issues at attainable prices, only because I have a theory that until we actually start getting a trailer or something, like once people move on to something else, once those set images like are in people's heads, and then you know people have a short attention span. I think give it a few weeks, like, and then I think I'm not gonna say prices are gonna go down, but I'm just saying that like maybe wait a month or two, because Miss Marvel I don't think is slated to return to come on, I think, until, was it 2023, I think, or 2022?
Yeah, I believe so, because we got Loki and we've got the What If, and then we have She-Hulk. She-Hulk and Moon Knight are supposedly coming out next year. She-Hulk first, then Moon Knight.
Yeah, so you still have a bit of a window with Miss Marvel, but don't do it right now, obviously, with the set leaks. But maybe like wait a few months and then see where prices are.
I would probably wait until like June, when like Loki's in our face and everybody's just kind of tuning into that. You kind of have to pick and choose your battles. You never obviously want to buy the books when they're at the top. But yeah, I don't know. Like I feel like it's false advertising when people are like, hey, this is the time to buy it, because like, you know, people like, you know, Pressable Defects, you know, Drunken Chat, like, you know, like even us, like, even me, myself included. You know, there are people that do their homework. Ultra, you know, like there are a lot of people that do their homework when it comes to speculating that, you know, we kind of let that information out like months ago, like a year ago. You know what I mean? Like last year was when if you wanted to make max, where you were paying like peanuts for that book, that was it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah.
But yeah, you know, I get it. It's just frustrating sometimes when certain things are done, certain things, but that's just, you know, my thing. But yeah, so we had Miss Marvel out. Shout outs to her, because she is actually from Canada. She is from the GTA, which is literally like 40 minutes away from me. So shout outs to Canadians doing it big in the MCU. I'm interested to see what happens. I will say, I think we're going to get a glimpse of how Reed Richards is going to look in the MCU. And what do I mean by that? Actually, I was watching Comic Head 84 today. He was doing a show, so big shout outs to him. And he was talking about that. He was saying, you know, with Miss Marvel coming out and her stretchy arms, we're probably going to see how Reed Richards is actually going to be with like the stretchiness and all that stuff. So I thought that was kind of a cool viewpoint that he had. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, and Newbie, to your point, I think the greatest Canadian actor in the MCU so far is George St. Pierre.
All right, so Hyper is looking to co-host another YouTube channel. Sticking with movies, you said Moon Knight was out. Yeah, so Moon Knight is currently filming. The other cast that was, sorry. No, not the other cast. The cast that was made this week that kind of is getting and I know a lot of people have already been picking up Green Lantern books and things like that. Like, the first one that comes to mind is like Coco, Universe X. They've been picking up Green Lantern for a very long time. But now we're getting it, outside of Killmonger and Jessica Cruz, now we're getting these other ones. If you go look, I posted Finn Whitrock.
Wait, did you say Killmonger?
Yeah. No.
You mean Kilowog?
Kilowog, sorry.
I was like, wait a minute. I don't think Killmonger ever crossed
if I would have taken you out of the show, like when you did that GSP thing, then nobody would have known. But
but guys, you heard it here first. Killmonger is going to appear in the HBO show Green Lantern.
Listen. So we got Finn Whitrock has been cast as Guy Gardner in the live-action HBO Max Green Lantern series. It's getting mixed reviews. It's really getting a lot of mixed reviews.
Wait, did you say Finn Jones?
Finn Whitrock.
Oh, okay, sorry, because Finn Jones is the guy that played Iron Fist in the Netflix series.
Yeah, no, not him.
Yeah, I almost had a panic attack when you told me when I thought I heard Finn Jones.
Yeah, it's I don't know.
I don't really know these actors. I mean, have you heard of them before?
I've seen there's something that he was in because one of my girlfriend's friends was talking to me about it actually and showed me. I don't know, but when I posted it, I know that there was a lot of people that were like, I don't know if he could pull it off and blah 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 and this.
Okay.
Again, they don't have to follow the comics. A lot of people are saying stuff about his hair, so yeah, who knows? We gotta wait and see. I really do think that they might capture something special with this Green Lantern stuff. You only had the terrible movie that Ryan Reynolds did, but I think that they could turn the corner. I think that Green Lantern could be something special, so we'll see. But again, those Green Lantern keys are probably going to start going up, so this is probably the time to be. This is probably your final warning to get it because once they name the show, I mean that's when you should have been picking it up. I know a lot of people were focused on Jessica Cruz, but now we're getting the other ones, so just be on the lookout for those.
And I think it's also been confirmed, right, that Joe Moline from Far Sector is supposed to also be in the Green Lantern show.
Say that again. Sorry.
The character Joe Moline, like the main character in the DC series Far Sector, isn't she also supposed to be in the HBO Max Green Lantern?
I don't know. I'd have to do some reading or some.
Because her first appearance is spiked because of the fact that people are thinking that she's going to appear in that show as well. So
it's going to be interesting. I mean, it is a DC show. It is DC shows, and again, I'm not trying to, this or hate. But,
it's congested, dude. It's congested.
I'm glad I stacked those Far Sector number ones. Okay, and then the final piece, actually two very small pieces of information. Yeah, so fandom, DC is October 16th this year, so we'll probably, be seeing a bit of rumors or things like that leading up towards that. And then, the 16th, I'm sure everyone's going to have, their phone, their iPad, their laptop ready to go on eBay for some stuff.
Yeah.
And then the final piece is Army of the Dead. They've got another trailer that just dropped, so they, I think, are up to 3 now. And yeah, Batista's in it. If you guys don't know who Batista is, WWE superstar. I don't know if he's in the Hall of Fame yet or not. I am a little disappointed because I thought that Chris D'Elia was in that movie, but I don't think he is anymore.
I don't know, but I know that Zack Snyder is directing that movie, right?
Yeah. It looks kind of cool. Like, it looks really good. So,
yeah, I don't know if Chris D'Elia is actually in it. That would be nice if he's actually in it.
Chad, I feel like I ask this every show. Well, I apologize if we didn't answer you, brother. Y'all watch the live-action Titans on HBO Max? Holy shit. No, I haven't.
Titans, well, wasn't that also on Netflix?
No. I don't think it's on Netflix.
Yeah, Titans, I saw both you're talking about the one with Dick Grayson and Raven, like...
I thought that was on Crave. Not on...
No, it was, I saw it on Netflix. The first two seasons. I don't know if there's a third season, but I saw the 2 seasons on Netflix.
All right, okay, hey, I believe you, man. Don't get mad. Hey, easy, we're all friends here. Ramirez is saying, I'm just over here prepping for Blade and what's to come from. Yeah, good, man. That's how it should be. There you go. There you go. All right, so that's it for the news portion. So, Hype, you got anything you need to talk about? Anything hearing, bugging you, or you want to get off your chest here before we get on to newbie spec of the week?
I think I think the elephant, I guess, in the room is the whole "something is killing the children" in 16. This past weekend, you're seeing a lot of store exclusives for that. Initially, I think me and you were in the same boat where we called our shops to secure that 1 in 50 and the 1 in 25 ratios, thinking that they might be a bit, because those are initially pre-selling for, I saw the 1 in 50 before pre-selling for over 100, but now I'm seeing shops bundling the 1 in 25 and the 1 in 50 for $80 US, because you're seeing a ton of store exclusives. So that makes me wonder there's probably going to be a lot of those 1 in 50s out there in the market. So I'm not saying don't pick them up, but I'm just saying it might not be as expensive as you think it'll be come release date, because I think there's going to be. To be honest, I was kind of surprised with the number of exclusives. They're nice. There's a lot of nice exclusives, but it goes to show that this issue 16 might be a very highly printed issue.
Yeah, which sucks. It really does. I mean, I wasn't thinking that I was going to get close to, what number 1 is going for, but I did think that, having the 1 in 25, having the 1 in 50, with the A and B covers, I thought it was going to be, worth a pretty penny. But yeah, with all these exclusives coming out now, it's getting a little crazy.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm still going to pick it up just because I do like the ratio covers. And because I have the Jenny Frison of number 1, that 1 in 50 also kind of goes good with it. It's the same kind of cover with Erica Slaughter holding the blade and all that. So, yeah.
Man, you got yours already? How? Doesn't come out until May 26th.
Wait, no. Maybe he meant he got it as in he got it reserved. I don't think he actually got. If you tell me that you physically got it, that's.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for bringing that up, Hyper. I was just about to ask your opinions on. Yeah, that's the thing, right? I mean, I think one of the things that that put it on everybody's radar is the fact that the series has been done for a few weeks, right, or a month, I believe.
Yeah.
It's been a month. It's been a month, right? Not to mention that everybody knows it's going to be the origin story. So what do we do as collectors when you can't get the first appearance? You always go after the origin. You always go after a cameo. So in this instance, you're going to have the origin. So I think that everybody's just going to be jumping on this book. Not necessarily for the reason that they thought, okay, it's probably going to go the same way as number 1, but at the same time, you've got the origin story. So that's going to fetch a pretty penny. That's going to be worth something. What that something is, however, is something that's changing, I guess, day to day with all these exclusives coming out, right? And what I said, with all those exclusives and all those, with the 1 in 50 and with the 1 in 25, those are probably not going to be, going for a really good penny as we once thought, right? So.
What I will say though is, because these store exclusives are going to be printed in runs of thousands or more, those ratios, especially the 1 in 50, still might be not a bad pickup, because those will be the least distributed covers, I guess you could say. And also, we know that Boom is also releasing a 1 per store for issue 16. So you may want to ask your shop about that, because those 1 per stores, we saw what happened with Berserker.
I got it. I got that one. I was ahead of that one.
Yep. Well, yeah.
My shop didn't even know until I called, and they're like, "Oh shit, okay." And then, so I got mine.
You're welcome, Newbie.
Oh my god, I was about to get there, man. Jeez. Big shout outs to Hyper for letting me know that, because if it wasn't for Hyper, I wouldn't know.
Yeah, but you might want to let your shop know you're interested in the one per store. I think Face showed the image in our chat. I think it's basically cover A, just the virgin version of that.
Yeah.
Because we saw what happened with Berserker, even with all the store exclusives and how highly printed. That one per store in Berserker was probably the issue that ended up being the most valuable in the secondary. So it might be something like it. Yeah, it might be something like if you can get it at a reasonable price at your shop, it might be something you might want to lock down.
I got a revelation to make. I got some news to share with you actually. Now that you mentioned Berserker, and the chat's gonna like, man, even you guys are gonna just, yeah, you guys will give it to me. But anyway, yeah, continue. Sorry.
No, that was it. I was just gonna say that if your shop can give it at a reasonable price, you might want to lock down that one per store.
Yeah. And do it because some shops don't even know. My shop didn't, and they order it right there for me. So yeah. Eric is saying he thinks that there is at least 6 exclusives, maybe more. Still going to have at least one first appearance. The girl that recruited Erica. Very true.
Mm-hmm.
Very true. Boom isn't allowing store exclusives after this, so that's probably why there's a lot more. Hidden Gem also saw that you were first on Keys of It. Of course, man, I tried to. Got to support my guy. He's one of my best friends. And Tim, yeah, this is actually something that was brought up to me over the weekend. I think Friday. Somebody was like, hey, you notice that it's like going and people were talking very highly about it, but it's not really there, even though it's there. You know what I mean?
Well, aside from issue 1, I know there's a few. I'm not an expert on that series, but I know that there's several key issues like first appearances. But honestly, the only one that I really know about is issue 1. But if you talk to people that read the series, they'll tell you exactly what issues in that series you should be picking up.
Yeah, I don't know. I got the free comic book day one. I'm holding on to that. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't really know too much about the character. I wasn't going to spend a fortune on his first appearance. It's just not something that I want to do or hold on to, and I don't see it going up dramatically. So I think once this show is done, even if it has a second season or what the case may be, you know, for a long time, that first appearance was like $1,600 to $1,800, and everybody was like, "What?" I don't think that's going to be the case once it's all said and done. I think it's
but wasn't that first appearance already an expensive book prior to the show though?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Okay. Oh, I thought you meant.
So what I'm saying is, I think that it's going to plateau.
Okay. Yeah. No. Yeah. You're right. In terms of room for growth, I can't really see too much. But actually, to your point, they said that they renewed that series for 2 more seasons. Sorry. So you're getting at least season 2 and 3 for Invincibles.
I've heard the same thing, Justin, and actually, I feel like that's what's going to happen with the What If stories from Marvel. To be honest with you, I'm interested to see how that plays out.
Yeah.
So, and yeah, Lovebot. Yeah, it was crazy. Like before the show, before they even announced there was a show, his first appearance was like $1,800. It was just mind-boggling to me. So we'll see. I mean, you know, there are fans out there. Obviously, I mean, people watch. I don't know how much of a hardcore fan. That's like somebody saying to me, "Man, I'm the biggest Seattle Kraken fan in the world." It's like the team hasn't even played a game yet. Like, settle down.
That's what they're calling themselves?
Yeah, the hockey team, Seattle Kraken.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, so, you know, it is what it is. I remember meeting somebody, what was it? Oh, I think it was like the Vegas Golden Knights where like somebody was like, man, I've been in a Golden Knights for like 5 years. And I remember a buddy of mine was like, yeah, they've only been here for like a year. And, you know, it's just, you get that. So,
yeah.
It is what it is.
They want to
want to be what?
No, they want to look like they're part of like this franchise.
Oh, yeah, of course. That's what's going to happen. Well, it's that time. What time is it?
Sorry.
Now that you actually want to know.
I'm surprised. I'm sorry, I didn't realize we're doing a script. Sorry, Newbie, what time is it?
It's Newbie Spec of the Week.
Oh my, this is unusual.
This is so unusual.
What is Newbie spec?
It's when a man and a comic book get together and I'll snap. Spec time. So yeah, so I've been working on a few specs. I'm gonna try to get more than the 4 books that I usually do. We'll see, but sometimes it's hard. Summer's coming. Hopefully, I'm out of the lockdown, so I'm gonna try to spend some more time outside. But again, I'm gonna try to do my research a little bit ahead of time so I can put some spec out there for you guys. Again, I don't think I'm a guru at this. Have I hit on some? Yes. Have I failed on some? Absolutely. We all do. But yeah, I also want to put this reminder out there because I feel like I have to. And, like I was talking to with Matt on Pressable Defects and stuff like that, we've gotten to the point where we have to say this so we don't have any issues later. But this is just my opinion, my views, my opinion. I am not recommending anybody buy anything, stack anything, sell your house for any of these books, not whatsoever. I'm just trying to show you guys a bit of information that I'm kind of going through. And yeah, some books that I think that you should be on the lookout for. So yeah, with that, let's get started.
Let's do it.
Dun, 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 dun. All right, so Newbie Spec of the Week. First book up, we've got Uncanny X-Men 171. We talked about some of this stuff with She-Hulk joining the team. Again, you guys know Rogue. She was my first comic crush. I love her. You always hear me talk about markability. Could I see them doing, rebooting some action figures, mugs, this, that? Yes. I could see in not a whole aisle, but I do think that Rogue is going to be a very popular X-Men character. I also feel like when it gets to that markability point, what helps it is when people who don't like comics or don't know anything about comics dress up like it. So there's going to be people dressing up like this, little girls, teenage girls, strippers, grandma, whoever, right? Like we see it with Quinn, we see it with Wonder Woman, we've seen it with a few characters, right? So this one, I see no doubt that people will be dressing up like it. What does that mean? It's going to be something that's popular. They're going to market Rogue. I think Rogue is going to be a marquee X-Men 100%. No doubt about it. Right. What's important about this? She joins the X-Men. I really do, like it says there, my personal opinion is Rogue is going to be huge, huge. Raw copies sell anywhere between, yes, that is right, $1 and $18 high. Made to Last is saying it's a blurry image. Anybody else see it like that?
I thought it was just my allergies. No, it looks fine.
I was gonna say on my end it looks crisp. So, yeah. LOL. He said strippers.
Yeah.
What's it called? So yeah. So I really do think that this is, a book. When we get into the sense of, Rogue, when she's in our face, the cameo, her joining the team, her first appearance, all of that. Because when you look at it, her first appearance is skyrocketing. A lot of people don't realize, at the beginning of April, it kind of spiked a little bit, and it's still there. Just to clarify, I don't do the stripper thing. I was just, trying to be funny there.
And the thing is, he's on his city's on lockdown, so even if it was strippers, it would have to be house calls. They can't do. There's no venues for that.
So. But yeah, so. Just be on the lookout for it. It's interesting to me that 9.8 sold for $480 Canadian, but it's best offer. Because then you look at the other one, last CGC sold in the 9.6 was $238 best offer. So that could have been under 200. That could have been the 180. You never know. I wish that eBay would have let you know what those best offers were instead of speculating, because who knows? They could have put $100 and it just happened, right? But yeah, never the case. This is definitely a book that I would be on the lookout for. If you were on my She-Hulk one, you remember I said, hey, probably pick up that She-Hulk joining Fantastic Four. This is, again, another book that I would probably, use and locate. So Everyday Adams is saying, what source? eBay, IG, everything. I'm usually on point with a lot of it. Again, this is Canadian pricing, so maybe that's why. I know a lot of the Americans are sometimes like, no, you're out of your mind for some of the prices. But yeah, this is Canadian pricing.
Yeah, we have to preface that. Yeah, because sometimes these prices may look a bit inflated.
Yeah. Oh man, house is dry. Okay. Book number 2. Whoa, I'm seeing a theme here. Mr. and Mrs. X, number 9. We've got Hyper. What does that first line say?
Origin of Rogue.
That's right. So this is, again, another book that I think could spike. There are no CGC sales that I saw on my end where I was looking. Again, the marketability of Rogue. Rogue could have a huge future, which I think she will. Raw copies sell anywhere between $7 and $25 Canadian. Again, it's that origin, right? If you can't afford the first appearance, what do you usually go for? Origin. So this one I think is very slept on. A lot of people don't really realize what it is. I think, and dare I say, I think there's only a handful of people who knew that this was the origin. I think somebody had mentioned to me that Key Collector has it on his as well. So, I mean, the information is out there. I feel like people should be looking for this book if they haven't already.
That's honestly, it's funny because I've heard of this series because it's not that it's not an old series, but this cover, it's actually the first time I'm actually seeing it for whatever reason. But yeah, it's nice.
It's literally like all the Rogue. You know what I mean? Like it's
Yeah.
all of those people are Rogue. If you haven't like noticed or like checked in, like that's literally
like all the Rogues in history, and I like Dan's idea, by the way.
Please don't. My girlfriend will be like, "What is this?" Yeah, I'll be like, "It's for the pool." So, yeah.
Wait, so okay, I'm not even gonna ask.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, guys. Again, origin. You know, if you guys go look, excuse me, if you guys go and look at that Avengers annual number 10, it's spiking like crazy. That first appearance. Also, it's an ugly ass cover. That's always been something that's been against that one. But the same people who are betting on Gambit, I always tell them, I'm like, why aren't you betting on Rogue? Because if Gambit's coming, Rogue is coming. Like you just kind of have to do that one too. I think anyway. You look at the marketability of those characters, they got to do it. They're going to get it right. So, plus, I also think that Rogue shows up in Captain Marvel 2. I've been talking about that for a very long time, probably since the start of my YouTube journey or career, whichever you want to use. But it's definitely a character that I've been talking about very heavily.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's one of those. I don't want to say it's like an obvious pick, but I think that's a character that a lot of people are hoping would show up in Captain Marvel just because of her history with that character.
Yeah. We shall see. This one is a hard book. I've never seen this book in the wild.
Same here. That's why I'm telling you. Like, it's actually. I'm surprised. I'm just seeing this cover right now. I maybe I saw this in the past, but it clearly hasn't stuck in my mind.
I think you would get it.
Yeah.
I think like it's one of those covers that like your mind would just automatically be like, oh, what's this?
Yeah. Oh. It's yeah, man, but it's a good pick.
Yeah. Everyday Adams. If we're getting Rogue and Captain Marvel 2, I wonder if we're getting Mystique. That's been a rumor that's been floated here and there. I just always think that, or I've always thought that Rogue is going to come into Captain Marvel as a villain. She's going to take the powers. I don't want to ruin too much because I got other spec that I want to talk about. I think next week's show, but definitely if you're following and picking up what I'm putting down, you might kind of know where I'm going with it. Again, there's no surprises. I've talked about it in the past. I've just never really put it out there for people to see or get my point of view. So definitely origin of Rogue. Definitely, I think this book could see a huge spike, especially even if I bought it high end at $25. There's no way I don't see this being a $100 book once she shows up. That's just my thing.
Exactly.
P. Keel binary. Yeah, hey, come on, man. Don't ruin the show. All right. Book number 3. Different theme. We're not going X-Men. We're not going Rogue. All 4 books here. But this is definitely a Boom Studio book that I think is super undervalued. Like super undervalued. It could heat up again. You could put that on pretty much any book that I put up here. Ghost cover A. It is a hardcover A to find. There's the Peach Momoko ones that a lot of people have chased. A lot of people have. You see them mostly in slabs. There is only one on the Canadian eBay. I couldn't see any on the US eBay, but on the Canadian eBay, there was only one cover A CGC selling. It was a 9.6 for $91.
Oh, so it's not even a 9.8. Wow.
I tried contacting the guy and being like, hey, man, is there any way we can make a deal? You know what he said to me? You know what he said the best price he could do?
What's that?
$90.
So he knocked off a book?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
like, oh, thanks, man. That's so nice of you. I get it. I get it.
You know what? That's such a dick answer. It's like it's almost like just say you don't want to negotiate. Don't patronize me with that $1 off nonsense.
What the funny thing about it is? For all the Canadian guys who use it, or the Americans who use the Canadian one, the book is still up there, and I think it's at like $88 now. I think he's gotten, because nobody's buying it. And again, it's such an undervalued book that people, if this does hit, I mean, I'm not saying it could be a $1,300, $1,500 book like Something's Killing the Children, but this is definitely something that could hit, something that could be something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I believe, as we noticed with the new comic book day, the second arc of Wind is coming up this Wednesday. So, and they do have plans for this series. So, initially, people thought it was only going to be a 5-issue limited series, because this was supposed to be actually a graphic novel, and then they split it up into single issues. So it looks like Boom does have plans for this property, and this sounds cliche to say, but this is possibly another series that could easily get adapted into a TV show.
Yeah. Again, this one, a lot of people chase the Peach Momoko one for it, though. You see a ton of those. A ton.
Yeah, because the Peach Momoko is the 1 in 25. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but again, it just, there's a reason why it's not Ghost, and there's a reason why people always tell you, cover A. This is a perfect example, especially if it hits, right? If it hits, look at Boom's track record. Again, I'm not saying it's going to be a $1,300 book, but I'm just saying look at how it's a very undervalued book, and a lot of people aren't talking about it. 9.6, even at $91, even if I get to save that $1, I mean, it is a smart play. It is a smart investment. That's all.
Exactly. No, I agree. And if you can find this, I mean, you still might by chance be able to find it in the wild, maybe at certain LCSs. So I would snatch it up if you could.
I don't think you. I think you would be able to find it. I'm sure it's out there. I mean, there's a lot of books. I outside of, like, say, Tales of Suspense 39, Hulk 1, those kind of books. Like, I feel like you are able to find a lot of books that people talk about. It's just your patience. It's you going out there and doing the work. I mean, it's not work, but you kind of physically have to go to these shops and search, right? So.
Yeah, and the thing is, this issue I believe has a second and third print.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we've made it. So we got one last book here, Newbie Spec of the Week. And then, guys, stay tuned, because we do have some news for Tuesday's show. So you guys want to hear that. And then we got some giveaway update. So tune in. All right. So final book, Newbie Spec of the Week, book number 4. And book number 4 is what? Wait, what? Newbie, what? Machine Man number 2. What the hell is that? I don't know. I don't read Machine Man. I don't like Iron Man. What is it? Well, one, I mean, it technically doesn't have to do anything with Iron Man, but 2, it kind of does. So we got the origin / first appearance of Arno Stark. If there's any future in any Iron Man, there's only 3 possibilities: Riri, which is happening, Arno, and AI Tony Stark. Those are the only 3 possibilities. you should have been able. Well, Zors beat me to it. He says, "I got that book. I got that for under $2 back in the day." Yeah, you were able to find this book, I think, at a high for like $5. But again, raw copy selling anywhere between $1 and $20 Canadian. The last CGC sold was a 9.6 for $67 Canadian. I'm telling you right now, that is a steal. That is a win. That is a huge win. $67. I know, big shout outs to Three Men in the Basement, but I know Otto and Raj, they always go by, if you can find a slab for under $100, it's a win. This is a huge win. This is like winning 2 gold medals at the same Olympics. Okay. That was I guess a cool analogy, but yeah, 9.6 for $67. That's crazy. But again, if you think, not if you think, but I mean, at some point they're going to have to touch base on robotics. They're going to touch base on, future Ironman and future this and that. Arnold Stark is not a bad play.
No, and yeah, I mean, even with the price going up, it's still a pretty low buy-in at the moment.
Yeah.
So for that reason, it's not a bad pickup.
Arnold Stark, man, Arnold Stark. So yeah, it's a slept-on book, I think. But again, so is Infamous Iron Man 1, and a lot of people still don't know what that book is.
That's the Doom and Tony Stark cover, right?
It's the first appearance of AI Tony Stark, which is rumored to be in some stuff or have a future. So, so we'll see. But again, that's another book that's like super undervalued. So,
yeah, but that book has slowly kind of crept up in price also.
Which one?
The Infamous Iron Man 1.
I know. I was talking to Vancouver Comic Junkie. Big shout outs to him, Chris. He sells some books sometimes, and we chat. Fellow Canadian, and we were chatting, and I told him about that book, and he was like, "Oh shoot, I didn't know that," and he ended up buying a 9.6 during our conversation. I believe for $120 Canadian, and that is a steal for $120. That's a steal for that book, just because solely on the potential of the book. Not to mention it's a badass cover.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, yeah. So we'll see. Actually, I think I have that. Let me see if I have that book right in front of me. Yeah, right here. So for those of you that don't know, this is the book.
Yep, that's the one. And there's a second print also, right, for this?
Yeah, so what you want to focus on is it's the first print because the writing is in white. If it's in blue, then I believe it is the third print. But there's a ton of them. I was actually going to give that away, but thankfully I didn't. It's my last copy. So, but yeah. So guys and ladies, that was Newbie Spec of the Week. Let's stay tuned because I got 2 big announcements. 2. Big. I hate doing that. I hate saying like, "Oh, it's big," but it's not. All right. First announcement: 12 people away from 2,000 subscribers. May 25th will be my 1 year on YouTube. So hopefully we get to that before then. I've got a book. I got books I want to give away. I got gift cards. Hyper, I think. He's got a book he's giving away. Face has got a book he's giving away. I think the Zors has got a book. Dan, he was on our show last Tuesday. If you didn't tune in, check the rewind. But originally, he had an 8.0 first appearance of Cloak and Dagger that he was going to give us to give away. He said, "You know what, Newbie? Screw that. Screw it." And I said, "Oh, shoot. What? Dan, no, what happened?" And he goes, "I'm going to give you a 9.4 CGC first appearance Cloak and Dagger to give away." So,
sorry, I'm just looking at the chat. Sorry, Newbie.
There's a ton of stuff, okay? So that's going to be happening really soon. Here's the thing. I've been asked, Newbie, why haven't you done a 2,000 subscriber giveaway? I'm going to tell you guys right now. I want to give back to the people who watch the show, who support us, who have, a fun time. I want to give back to you guys. So I could do a video and just have random people tune in. I just don't feel like it's really appropriate. I want to give back to the people who support. So for that reason, I will do a little video saying that. But for the most part, I mean, I want to give back to the people in the chat and things like that. So we're definitely going to do that. Okay. And what's so funny about the chat? I'm confused.
It's what Chad Cave wrote.
I hate saying it's big because it's not. I did not say that. Screw that. No, I know, Dan. I know. I'm just playing. But yeah, so if you guys didn't watch, Dan was going to give an 8.0. He upgraded it to a 9.4. So that, very generous and very humbling of him to do that. So we got a lot of books, eBay cards, things like that we're giving away. It's going to be a great show. Again, we got to get there, but again, we are 12 away. So it's going to happen soon. So stay tuned for that. Hype. Tuesday. What's going on Tuesday? What is our announcement for Tuesday?
We are doing hottest comics of April, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Wait, are we allowed to say who the special guest is?
Yes, we are.
All right. So special guest. You saw Matt Forge of Pressable Build Defects 2 shows ago, and now we're going to have another member of the Defects, the Butcher. He will be a special guest that'll give his insight on the hottest comics of April. So yeah, that'll be a fun show. If you've seen Pressable Defects, the personality that the Butcher brings to that show. So we're hoping that he brings the same energy, and actually he will bring that same energy when he comes onto this show. So it should be a fun time Tuesday.
Yeah. If you're easily offended by swear words, please don't watch the show. No, Butcher's a good guy. I've been talking to him for a very long time, known him for almost a year now. He was one of the early guys I chatted with, and when a lot of people had really nice things to say. So now it's our turn to have him. So I'm very humbled to say, we're gonna have Butcher on. So that would make it 66.6% of Pressable Defects have been on this show. Don't worry, guys. We haven't forgot about Guy. I'm going to be talking to Guy and hopefully get all 3 of them to finally come on. All right? So we're going to do that. Empire Comics. I made a few extra dollars listening to your Sunday specs. Just wanted to, oh, man, dude. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, man, appreciate it.
I'm doing this for you guys. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's, I get it. Not everybody reads everything or gets in everything. So I just wanted to put the information for you guys. So much appreciated, Empire. I really do appreciate it, man.
And yeah, Chad, it is the Butcher. Did I say Butcher or Butcher?
I think.
But yeah, I thought I said the Butcher. Look, it might be my nasally voice from the allergies tonight. So you got to give me a pass tonight.
Yeah. Just guys, come on. Everybody has an off day, okay? This is Hypers.
Yeah. For God's sake, you can't even see my face tonight.
Hype. I know you got some things coming up on your channel or coming up with the other Musketeers, as I call it. Or what's going on with you in the next couple of days?
Okay, so I think Face wanted to do the show tomorrow. He hasn't really given me a concrete time yet, so I'm not sure if that's still happening. We'll keep you guys posted in our IG and our timeline if the show is going tomorrow as planned. Other than that, apart from Tuesday's show, this coming Friday, I'll be defending my YouTube comic TV title for third time.
Third.
It'll be my fourth. Is it my fourth? It'll be my fourth appearance, because like the first time I actually won it, so it'll be my third defense. Oh gosh. It doesn't work, man, for me, unfortunately. But
oh, dude, I'd love to stand up and clap. I'm just gonna clap for you, Chad. That was. Thank you so much, man. I'll make sure that Hyper gets that.
Now, you know what's gonna happen, right? Now, Newbie's just gonna drag my nasally ass every time, just so because these super chats, like now they're just gonna come in with my allergies. So now Newbie's just gonna every time I have an allergy, Newbie's gonna hope that Hyper comes on.
No, I'm just thinking of like a new like entrance for you, like Mr. Blue Pill, Mr. Claritin. It is hyper, like that's kind of where my mind went. But yeah,
Yeah, listen, listen.
so much, man.
But look, apologies to the chat tonight. Like, to be honest, I was messaging newbies. I was actually thinking of not coming on the show, but the fact that I knew that Face was working tonight, so I didn't want to let newbie, deal with himself. So I figured I'll hop in to kind of play a supporting role. But hopefully, hopefully by Tuesday, I'll be a bit better. But yeah, this Friday I'll be defending the title. I'll give you guys more info and insight on that as in the coming weeks. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, and guys, a lot of you might not know, but there is a fourth Musketeer. I say Musketeer, but we're not called the Musketeers or anything. Four Amigos, whatever you want to call it. But Mr. Key Issues dropped a video. I know he's been super busy lately. He just dropped a video. A-OK from Mr. Freaky Louie. Go check that out. Make sure you guys go sub. Fun guy. One of my best friends. So I'm a little biased, right? Obviously, I got to like his videos. But, yeah, make sure you guys go check Mr. Key Issues. I know sometimes he's not on because of his work schedule. The guy's got to wake up at like 3 a.m., 4 a.m., so I don't blame him. So yeah, make sure you guys go tune in for him. Face isn't here, but again, from my understanding, he was going to be doing this new show on Mondays at 7 p.m. So stay tuned for that. He might post it. It might be rescheduled for the next week, but we'll see. You will see Face on Tuesday with myself, Mr. Hyper Combo, Mr. Claritin himself.
Oh God, is that my new name now?
The Butcher. All right. So, yeah, that's going to be a fun show. Again, guys, tune in. Hottest comments of April. Basically, we talk about some books that, and it happens. It happens to a lot of us where we're like, hey, wait a minute. I didn't know that book came out this month, or why did it go up? And then you're trying to see, or you bought a book thinking it was going to be good, and then we kind of give you some numbers and it's not looking so good, right? So yeah. It is always fun. Unfortunately, there are some people that take hits in some books, but some, do prosper. So we'll see. So that's it for us, guys. You guys will be seeing us Tuesday again.
Wait, did you see Hidden Gems comment? You probably saw it and maybe just ignored it.
Newbie already knows how to deal with himself. That one?
Yeah. Well, there was a bit of an innuendo. That's okay. Okay, I'll explain to you backstage.
Oh, okay. Mr. Claritin, I can't get it out of my head now.
Thanks. I knew I shouldn't have come on the show. I should have called in sick tonight and just let you play with yourself tonight. Sorry.
Anyway, so yeah, folks, thanks so much for tuning in. I appreciate it. Everybody who gave a super chat, everybody who is hanging out, much appreciated. That's our show. We'll see you guys Tuesday, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time with the Butcher. And that's our show. Guys, if you're not on lockdown and you can get to shops, keep searching for those books because they're out there.
Peace.